Hello class, hello students, hello families. Thank you for stopping by our art class, Miss Creamer's Art. Welcome. Today we're creating a sea turtle and we're celebrating the Sea Turtle Week. And there is a contest that I showed you in class, seaturtleweek.com, where you can submit your finished drawing of your sea turtle. You can add some watercolor washes like we're having here. And we're going to be using simple materials such as pencils and chalk for blending. Your hands will get a little dirty, so you will need a little bit of tissue paper, maybe wet it a little bit in case so that you can keep your hands clean once we get the hands dirty. But first of all, let's just pre-sketch it using a simple pencil. Okay, let's get started. So I drew a few sketches of turtles swimming in different positions. I like this one with a nice big eye sketched with a pencil here. It's a little more cartoonish looking, but it's really cute. Some basic swimming shapes from different positions, looking at different angles of swimming. So we're just gonna do one simple version, and we can try different, you can try a different one on the back. So if the front one doesn't work out, just turn your paper over and try a different version on the back. Okay, so let's just start with the shell. So the shell of the turtle looks a little bit like an egg shape. So first thing what we're gonna do is, we're not gonna fold the paper, but imagine the middle of the paper. If you were going to fold the paper in half and fold it in half again, you would find a center. But just approximate about a center, put a little dot there. Okay, so that's where we're gonna start, in the center. And from here, we're gonna do a wavy line. And that's gonna be our part of the turtle where the head is going to come out of, okay? So the turtle is going to be facing this way. And then we're going to go ahead from that wavy line. We're going to make a turtle shell coming down and rounding around. So it's like an egg shape or like a large letter C around that wave. So I'm going to show you again. So the way we got the shell was we found a center, and I can make a little smaller one, a wave, sort of a wave, going a wavy line, and a little bit of an egg shape or ginormous upside down letter C, ginormous, really big letter C. Okay, so there's a little indentation and a big letter C. Okay, so the next part of the shell, we are going to just outline around the shell about this much. And I'll do it twice in this one as well. So I'm going around like this. Very simple. Okay. So far, so good. Step number 2. Let's do the head. So when the turtle is swimming, I like to think that she's looking up. So I'm gonna make one line. That's gonna be the bottom. And then I'm gonna curve around, slowly sketching it, coming under, and making a little neck here. So it's a round shape, and here's like a straight big smiley face shape. Okay, so we're gonna do it one more time on the smaller turtle, and I'll leave this one here. So I started on the bottom going up like a little smiley face. And I curved up, 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 up. I'm going up, looking up. My turtle is looking up. Maybe there is some fish or jellyfish going on in here, and she's like looking at it. Maybe there's just sunshine or seaweed coming up that way. Okay. Let's do a big eye somewhere right here. I like to do the cartoonish one, so I'm just gonna make a big eye inside and color it in. Maybe leave a little white area on top, meaning the turtle is looking up. Like so, and shade it in. Let's do it one more time on this one. So it's in the top section of the head. It's in the top section of the head. Some right here. Shade it in like a nice little circle. And then shade most of the part of the eye. I'm gonna shade it in nicely. And leave a little sparkly source of light to show where the turtle is looking. So turtles usually have mouth that's going down this way. Sort of like so. But if you want your turtle to smile, you can give her a big smile too. It's gonna be more cartoonish and less realistic, because realistically the turtle mouth goes a little bit this way. But let's just do a big smile. Or you can keep yours like that, a smaller one. Okay? Now, sea turtles have also all these wonderful spots, scales around the eyes, and they're like little circles. And you can make as many circles around the eyes as you like, and on top of the head, there are little scales protecting the turtle's head. And we can put scales in. First, you can do them nice and softly, and then you can darken them and shade them. And turtles have a little nose that's kind of like a nostril going this way, just around there. So we're gonna do the scales. Those are little circles. You can put as many or as little. You can do few, whatever looks good in your world. Okay, you can overlap them or not overlap them, it's up to you. Okay, so for the next step, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some shapes for the turtle. So a simple way, the simplest way to do the scales, like this one has like pentagons. So 5 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagons. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 hectagons or pentagons, so 5 or 6. That's what it usually looks like. If you are in younger grades, we can do simpler shapes too. It can be a simple organic shape. So here I did the hexagon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you see it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5th grades can do hexagons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. And I put about 3 in the middle. So let's do on the larger one, let's do the hexagon. So we're gonna start in the middle with the first one. You're gonna go straight line, then 2 diagonal lines down, 2 more diagonal lines this way, and connect straight line. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can do 3 like these hexagons for the older grades. Okay. And for the younger grades, we can just do organic shapes in the middle. We can just do a sort of like a rounder shape, connecting like this in the middle. So like a little bit of an organic shape. It doesn't have to be a perfect hexagon. That might be even harder to blend in and make it look all continuous and look good in the shell itself. So we can continue with the simple shapes here, and we're gonna extend these lines out all the way down, and you can put one more kind of rectangular shape inside of that line. And I'm going a little bit fast. I can slow this down. And here, so I'll leave this one up. And in this version, we're just going to continue with some hexagonal shapes, going this way, building the shell of our turtle more geometrically, like so. So it's gonna be just a little bit more geometrical shape instead of organic shape. Okay. So we are just using straight line, like triangles and straight lines with hexagon shapes. And these are like little houses here on the side, pointed little roofs. Okay. So it's up to you. You can just try the simpler one, or you can try going for the more hexagonal style. That's up to you. And I like to always add a little outline inside anyway that will soften the shell and give it more dimension on both styles of shells. And this is really simple. I'm just kind of going along the lines and filling a shape that matches that particular shape that I'm drawing inside. That way it looks like three-dimensional. Okay. So that's our shells. Another way, very simple, even more simple way to create a shell, a last one that I will show you. So we started with the curve, little outline, the head, the eye, a smile if you like, right? So here, another way is just to do round, overlapping shapes, sort of like large scales, going around, like shingles on a roof. And that would be another simple way to simplify the shell. We will, however, put those organic shapes inside of each compartment of the shell to make it still look more three-dimensional and make it look kind of detailed and more interesting. So these are the three types of shells that we can give to our awesome sea turtles. And don't forget, we will shade it down with chalk and give it a little more life after we finish with our pencil drawing. So we've got three different ways to create it. Whichever that you like better, we can rewind in class and choose depending on the grade which one we're gonna do. I'm gonna put this one away. I'm gonna continue with these two. So the next step, after we have the shell and the head pre-sketched, we're gonna do the flippers. So the flippers on the sea turtle, the short ones are much shorter. They're kind of like letter U. So letter U, letter U. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 flippers and a little tail. And the ones in the front, they're actually longer and curved. So we're gonna do a letter C, large letter C, and continue that. And then we're just gonna connect it back in here like a moon shape. And then on the other side, the same thing. So we're gonna do letter C and then continue to connect it for a moon shape. And really neat thing that we forgot to do here around the shelf, there are these division, and you can go kind of like upside down U shapes or N shape. So make it more ornamental and detailed. So going around or rainbow shape, whatever you call it. We're gonna do the same shape right here on the inside. And it can be organic, so each one should be a little different, because imagine that it grows on the skin like these scales, so each one is going to be slightly different, and that's called organic. So you're going to go all around there, and then we're going to do the same spots like we did on the face. We're going to do it on the flipper. So we are going to draw some organic circles, so not a perfect circle. They're like spot scales that are organic, so they're not the same. And that's our vocabulary. Geometric shape is more straight line, more perfect, has angles. This one has 6 angles. Hexagon has 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. This is called hexagon. And then we have a pentagon shape, which is like a house shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 this side, 2 this side, 3 this side, 4 this side, 5 this side, and this is called pentagon. So this is more geometrical shape, and these are more loose and organic shapes. Okay. So the next step will be to create the same organic loose rainbow anchors around this way and some spots for the flippers. And you can make as many as you like to detail your sea turtle, and few down here as well. We're gonna make some motion lines for the water. These are wavy lines, so imagine stream. And if you saw Nemo, you probably saw a bunch of turtles surfing the waves. And these are the waves, so we're gonna do some motion lines to give our turtle some awesome stream, like Gulf Stream, to swim through. And we can shade that then later in our next lesson with the chalk. So one more time, what we did here. Let's go over that. We did flippers with a large letter C, and a little moon shape connecting to the shell, and another letter C going up, connecting to the shell. So the front flippers are much larger than the smaller ones in the back. They're like letter U and a little tail. We also give these upside down U shapes to decorate the shelf. Don't forget that. And if you want in this one, you can also do the house shapes or the pentagon shape that we learned about here on the flipper. So it's like a house shape. You're still gonna do some organic little spots around that. Some motion lines, don't forget that, for our Gulf Streams, for the sea turtle to swim through. And we're gonna do the house shapes all along the front flippers and some spots. So you can do the U shapes or the house pentagon shapes, whatever you like. Okay, in the next lesson, we're gonna be adding a little bit of shading with our chalk. We're gonna go over our pencil lines and we're going to shade to add texture and shading and values so that it looks even more realistic. I'll see you in that lesson when in the next class when we are ready to do the chalk. See you then. Now it's your turn.